Give it up for BG Kumbi, YouTuber extraordinaire. That sandwich Elvis ate. Come on up.
So, first of all, I would just like to announce my retirement from comedy after this set, because I've come up with the funniest joke of all time. Are you ready for it? Barack Hussein Obama. Barack Hussein Obama. Barack Hussein Obama. Come on, join me. Barack Hussein Obama. 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 Barack Hussein Obama.
Today we'll be talking about one of the most successful trolls in internet history. This guy has been in the game for so long. He's not really a household name, but anyone who's well cultured in the art of internet trolling knows who he is. He's been through so many phases of being online. You might even know a few of the things he's done. And throughout this video, where I'll be going over all of his major achievements, you might stop and think, oh, he's that guy. The guy I'm talking about is, of course, BG Kumbi, aka Based God Kumbi. He's a guy that's done so many interesting and hilarious things, all of which you can find on his YouTube channel. Kumbi is a master of making people think he's something or someone he's not. And one more thing, Kumbi has never really peaked, at least comedy-wise. He's been on a steady incline ever since his first videos. He's always been on the cutting edge, doing whatever crazy stuff he can, whatever he can do to get attention. Imagine if every season of The Simpsons was the same quality, and they were still making entertaining episodes to this day. That's the kind of situation we have with BG Kumbi. There have been many efforts at comedy throughout our lifetimes here on the internet, but BG Kumbi has ended up being among the best. With that being said, this video won't really be presenting all that much of a narrative. What's happened with Kumbi is an ever-growing catalog of trolling efforts. So I wouldn't really call his career as a whole a story, rather a collection of stories, events, and videos that has resulted from his many years of trolling. These are the Kumbi Chronicles. The story begins on May 12th, 2012, when Kumbi would upload his first ever video to YouTube. It was a humble beginning.
Y'all best be ready for this.
The video is a satire of younger kids who think of ridiculous inventions and post their ideas to YouTube.
My next idea would be a number 2 pencil. See, it would be like this. It's a pen, but it's called a number 2 pencil. So that way, when you go to use it on a test, and you have to use a number 2 pencil, you can just pull out this pen and say, it's a number 2 pencil. You know those nose plugs and ear plugs? Well, my idea is a butt plug.
At the time, Kumbi was only 13, but he was already fully comfortable in his own skin, to the point where he would show his face in his videos, and was pretty self-aware. This video really only serves as the start to Kumbi's career. And for the most part, nothing in this video is the reason why BGK is so well known today. One layer of irony, you may as well be living in the 18th century. If you're only making fun of one thing at a time, what's even the point? In future videos, Kumbi would set his sights on making fun of multiple groups of people at a time, incorporating post and meta irony, which is basically irony that makes fun of either itself or more than one thing at once. It's also kind of a thing online. It's what a lot of irony is today, actually. Post irony can often confuse people it's trying to target, just because of the nature of it, and this would work to his advantage in the years following. His first effort would be to troll the biggest trolling group online, 4chan. If you know about 4chan today, you probably know it for its politics board, Politically Incorrect, or just POL, which has been responsible for a lot of lighthearted jokes in the political realm, but also serves as a harbor for people who legitimately want to do bad things. Misogyny, racism, sexism, and homophobia are very present on the board. 4chan is an extremely mixed bag, both in its content, character, and demographic. But back before around 2015, 4chan was more centralized on its former centerpiece board, B. On B, you can post pretty much whatever you want, from some simple clips of SpongeBob to lowly trap furry hentai. They call themselves Anits. As for the users of 4chan's stated goal, just mess with people as much as possible. 9gag is another website that's pretty old and outdated today. It was basically just a meme board, an app online where memes went when the real memers were done with them. A modern comparison that I would draw would be the current state of Reddit, except 9gag being less self-aware. There wasn't exactly a war between the two websites, but the people of 4chan weren't very fond of the people of 9gag, and the people of 9gag probably didn't know too much about 4chan or other websites. If they did, they'd probably jump ship. 4chan was really quick to make fun of anything 9gag fans did, and they would pull off some classic events that would make you question what anonymous strangers can even do online. Them being so quick to act on BG Kumbi led to a lot of them not understanding his intentions. Kumbi released the video, "I Declare War on 4chan. Join Le 9gag Revolution."
Hello YouTube, BGK here again. 9gag, one of my favorite websites, has come under attack by internet rumors and of false accusations and slander.
When the Anins saw what Kumbi was doing, they were having none of it. They bombed the video with dislikes and angry comments, obviously not getting the joke. The video appeared to them as a call to action to all 9gag users to try and destroy 4chan. So when they got a hold of it, they tried to tear it apart as quickly as possible, and they tried to troll BG Kumbi. Little did they know, they were the butt of the joke the whole time. A bunch of self-proclaimed internet masters and kings of trolls got outplayed by some 13-year-old kid. You know how embarrassing it is when someone tells a joke and you take it seriously? I don't know, pretty cringe, bro. This would be a pretty easy win for Kumbi. He would never declare victory for this or anything like that. He just left it to the viewers who, I guess, know what's up, to extrapolate what went down. After this, he would make a series of videos ironically making fun of the users of 4chan, showing that he likely used 4chan himself, and was just having a bit of fun.
Hello everyone, BGK here again. I'm not really gonna apologize in this video. I just put that as a title to play a trick on you, because I have something really important to say. So this war is going to continue no matter what, and I'm going to take down 4chan and for making up lies about 9gag. And just like I said before, they have 2 weeks to take their site down before I take matters into my own accord.
After this, he would make a series of videos ironically making fun of the users of 4chan, showing that he likely used 4chan himself, and was just having some fun with the users. He wasn't taking himself all that seriously, and he was taking 4chan even less seriously. The users of 4chan doxed him and his mom after his initial video, and in the next one, he was just back to it. That's a common theme we'll see throughout his career. Kumbi just doesn't care about anything, except blood. He would persist in making fun of the users of 4chan with videos such as 4chan/funnyjunk/Reddit Cease and Desist, where he would lump in Funny Junk and Reddit with 4chan, with the fight to secure 9gag's independence.
I'm making this video to call out some online criminals who have been stealing memes from 9gag. We've decided to expand our crusade. So, not only are we going to take down 4chan, we're going to take down Funny Junk and Reddit as well. Or as I like to call them, the Triad of Evil.
A video announcing new 9gaggers joining the cause.
I just think it's very important to get celebrity endorsements from people like Cooper Cab, Robert Downey Jr.
and a video detailing his effort to take down the 4chan website.
In this video, I'm going to go into full detail about my secret weapon, as I promised in my earlier videos.
On July 5th, Kumbi would release the final video in the 4chan saga.
Well, we did it, guys. We finally did it. It's been a tough battle, but it's morning again on 9gag. We finally won. And isn't it fitting that 9gag, the America of websites, declares victory on this day against 4chan, Funny Junk, and Reddit.
At this point, he had already expanded his attacks to Funny Junk and Reddit. Kumbi would declare 9gag as independent from the rest of the internet and their thieving practices. There's still speculation whether this prevented other websites from stealing memes from 9gag. But with the release of this video, 9gag was independent. It put the final nail in the coffin for 4chan. Le war was over. Or was it? 4chan actually experienced a shutdown right after Kumbi's video. It was unrelated to him, but he pounced on the situation. He would credit his friend, Dylan the Hacker.
When you go to 4chan.com now, it's just a blank website that comes up. And that's because my friend Dylan hacked it. He told me so. So, I consider the war to be won.
Obviously, the real 4chan website is 4chan.org. 4chan.com just leads you to some porn website. But in Kumbi's ironic, naive mind, pretty much every website is going to be a .com, so. Dylan was not responsible, of course. But Kumbi saw the opportunity to claim that he shut down 4chan. 4chan reacted, and there were some funny comments about it. And then, Le war was really over. Here's a fun game. React to 5 seconds of 2 girls, 1 cup, and act disturbed by the lesbian relationship.
Oh, what were those? Oh god. This is disgusting. That was disgusting. What were those girls doing? They were like kissing and rubbing up against each other.
Make a video saying you ran over a kid on your driver's test.
Well, then we were driving, and I tried to play my favorite Skrillex Ricky Martin Nickelback mixtape. He told me that there was no radio allowed on the test, and it made me really mad, so I started angrily humming Skrillex songs the entire time.
Show your support for the African American children in Africa.
That is the issue of growing poverty and famine in the motherland of Africa. There are thousands of African American children starving in Africa every single day.
Now, you may realize that this was more than just one game. That's because BG Kumbi's channel is full of variety. He's got more than just 4chan. He's constantly making up stories to tell about random things and current events. While Kumbi was making 4chan videos, he was also expanding his comedy and content to other types of videos, where he would seem to be clueless about certain varying topics. This was the same apparently clueless character we had already seen in Kumbi's 4chan videos, but this time tested out in other kinds of topics. BG Kumbi even acted this way in real life when he took it to the street in this video.
Hello, BGK here. I'm here with these 2 guys.
Fucking Hunter, man.
Rodney and
Hunter.
Would you ever consider going on a date with a guy who looked, talked, and acted the exact same way as me?
No. Hell no.
You want some?
We don't go get like that.
If drinking and driving is so bad, then why do all cars have cup holders right next to the seats?
Fuck, you got me on that one.
Me too.
The humor that resulted from this ironic cluelessness will be present in later events, as well as every video on BG Kumbi's channel. But for now, he was just making videos as the normal BG Kumbi character. He would start a small vlog series, where he would talk about his experiences on different vacations, including going to SeaWorld, where he claimed he was attacked by a dolphin, and New Orleans. This is the kind of content that Kumbi uploads when he isn't doing something huge in terms of trolling. He just makes funny videos, following a similar character. The most popular of these would be the videos called My New Alter Ego, Trash Bag Man, and I got put in the special needs class for wearing a trash bag to school.
Hey everyone, BG Kumbi here, Basic God.
In this video, Kumbi fails to realize that he kinda looks like a member of the KKK, as well as this funny bit.
I tried to threaten them all by saying, don't come any closer. You see, I have a gun. I was just bluffing though, trying to scare them.
In this video, you can't really tell how old Kumbi is. He could appear much older and much younger than what he actually is. For all new viewers know, he could be in elementary school. After these two videos, Kumbi would retire Trash Bag Man, except for this video that happened much later, and certain references to the video later on. As far as major trolling went, BG Kumbi would be quiet for the next few months, but he would soon set his sights on one of the biggest targets on the internet. And the biggest on YouTube. Kumbi was no longer satisfied by making videos on random topics and going after 4chan, no. Kumbi would attack his biggest target yet, PewDiePie and the Bro Army. PewDiePie is in an interesting situation. Back before around 2016, he was really immature as far as his videos and humor, or at least more immature than he is now.
Ah! It's raping time.
Yeah, PewDiePie was maybe just a little bit immature for the first part of his career. But once he switched over, he started appealing to a slightly older audience. His demographic was still young, but his videos had matured a little bit. This led to PewDiePie understanding jokes more than his audience. And BG Kumbi's first video wouldn't even be seen by PewDiePie. It would be seen by the Bro Army, and they didn't exactly get the joke. On June 8th, 2013, Kumbi uploaded the bombshell that started off his war with PewDiePie. This video basically just announced that Kumbi thought he was better than PewDiePie, and he was gonna start making videos on him.
Yeah, he tried to abduct me like an alien. Basically because he's a pedophile, which is someone who likes to, kidnap cute young boys like me. And, it's because they're crazy, basically. He's crazy.
Oh yeah, he also said that. In April of 2014, BG Kumbi would upload his most important PewDiePie video yet. PewDiePie isn't even a hot guy. He's a coward and a pervert. In this video, he claimed that PewDiePie isn't even a hot guy because he isn't strong and fit. Well, I guess wasn't. Because of this, BG Kumbi sees himself as more fit than PewDiePie, and sees PewDiePie as overrated because of that. This would be the first shot fired in the long war against PewDiePie. This war extends from here up until present day, since it doesn't look like Kumbi will stop making videos about Pewds anytime soon. One of the biggest trolls in the PewDiePie war actually happened between another event that we'll talk about later. Kumbi would basically just make videos attacking PewDiePie's character, body, and videos, and the Bro Army would always come in and dislike the video, not understanding the joke. Originally, when Kumbi was making these videos, he wasn't getting any attention from PewDiePie, but he just kept going anyway. The next major event relating to PewDiePie was when Kumbi revealed that he and the previous character mentioned, Dylan the Hacker, were working collaboratively to take down PewDiePie. Dylan the Hacker was a friend of Kumbi's ever since around the start of his YouTube career, and Kumbi and Dylan would work to build up the Dylan the Hacker channel, which would eventually become bigger than the BG Kumbi one. Fast forward to the beginning of 2017. PewDiePie is running straight out of ideas, so one day he decides to make a video Googling himself. And in this video, he types in,
PewDiePie is hot. What the fuck is this?
My name is BG Kumbi, and I'm making this video because I am sick and tired of getting negative comments from the Bro Army on my PewDiePie video.
You deserve all those negative comments, you albino looking shit.
Do you people realize that what you're doing is considered cybernetic bullying?
Who the fuck does this guy think he is? I'm more muscular than PewDiePie. PewDiePie is lightweight. What the fuck?
Y'all see this?
Yeah.
This is what happens when you dedicate yourself to training. All day, every day.
That's what happens when your nipples are too far apart.
Oh!
Kumbi was noticed. We can see here that PewDiePie got the joke, and he found it funny, but his fans wouldn't. They would go to Kumbi's channel and leave mean comments and dislikes, even after seeing the PewDiePie video. Kumbi would make a video in response, which PewDiePie would respond to in a video later.
After all these years of fighting this war against PewDiePie and the Bro Army, me and Dylan, 3Pac, Pupina, Schmitty, Simon Gamer 987, we already surrendered.
Surely no one else could possibly make fun of me on a day like this, because my day is ruined at this point.
PewDiePie is still attacking us.
No.
After all these years of fighting this war against PewDiePie and the Bro Army,
No.
me and Dylan, we already surrendered. We already gave PewDiePie all our money.
Goddamn right they did. That was the deal. You would have to give me all of your money. Wrong. Just look at this video you did about me. Put a fucking shirt on.
So as most of you know by now, I'm in a YouTube war with PewDiePie.
This war has been going on for many centuries. Even though I have won, I'm not gonna stop. This is in 2014.
I challenged PewDiePie to a who can take more electrical shocks contest. We both hook ourselves up to a...
It was clear that it was all in good fun between the two. But since both of them acted ironically towards each other, the younger side of PewDiePie's fanbase didn't really pick up on what made these videos actually funny. They got lost in the joke. PewDiePie would respond to BG Kumbi once more, but the video has since been deleted off of his channel. There's a re-upload of it on YouTube titled, "A Message to All My Haters."
There's one hater that I've yet to defeat.
BG Kumbi here.
Let's see what he has to say.
PewDiePie, looks like I'm going to have to suspend my moratorium on mentioning you here on the BG Kumbi channel.
Alright, just get to
Because
the
I have
point.
something to say to you. You're not getting any younger, bro.
Neither are you.
How long are you going to wait before you pump some Nordic seed into that Italian stallion wife of yours? Do you need me to show you how, bro? Tag me in, and I'll teach you how to make love to your wife, Felix.
The video in question was called "PewDiePie Needs to Impregnate Marcia Before It's Too Late," which is one of the most weird videos on the BG Kumbi channel. BG Kumbi wasn't able to trick PewDiePie into thinking that he hated him, and to be honest, that probably wasn't even his goal, but he did trick his fanbase. This would make for a funny interaction, but let's not get ahead of ourselves. This PewDiePie video would come out after one of the biggest and most important trolls Kumbi would do, the event that would solidify Kumbi as one of the greats. But the PewDiePie saga goes down in history as another great troll in the bag for Kumbi. Okay, now it's the summer of 2017. The climate of politics and the people involved in them are pretty hostile. The far left, center, and far right are all fighting with each other, and sometimes people even get violent. With the state of the world being how it was at the time, with everyone constantly fighting, we sure could use a comedian. And that's where BG Kumbi shows up and just makes a joke out of all of it.
He became the president yesterday. President of the entire world. And that was after winning a great election against every single other country on earth. Me, I didn't get to vote, unfortunately. I was locked in what I thought was a voting booth. It was actually a portable toilet.
Nowadays, BG Kumbi is best known for his political satire videos. An anarchist site known for outing alt-righters and Nazis, itsgoingdown.org, calls BG Kumbi alt-right because of some jokes he's made, which do fall in line with that ideology, to be fair. We'll talk a little bit about the comrades over there later, though. I could go on about why I don't think he is, but for now, I think it's funny that his comedy and persona has spawned such an ambiguous character around him, and nobody really knows what he means once you peel down all the layers of irony. I think it's really interesting that he tricked a news organization that I would deem pretty credible. Itsgoingdown.org isn't exactly mainstream though, and Kumbi would do much better than this. This is nothing compared to what he would do in July of 2017. But before I have to tell you about that, I have to tell you about his Start With Political satire on his YouTube channel. This is where the rampant meta-irony really comes into play. On June 15th, 2017, BG Kumbi made a video claiming that he had joined Antifa. This wouldn't be the actual first time that Kumbi would talk about politics, but it would be the first time he got some widespread attention. Antifa, if you don't know, is a protest movement that aligns itself against fascism. Fascism of a lot of different kinds, whether that be neo-Nazis, people who want an ethno-state, or sometimes just moderate Republicans, which have fascist tendencies. They're always such an interesting group because of how often they're misinterpreted, sometimes even by people in their own movement. A lot of people think that Antifa is an organization, and there have been propaganda pieces done on them that aim to put them in that light. But you shouldn't call Antifa an organization. It's an ideology that allies itself with anarchism, communism, and opposing the status quo. Let's put that aside for a bit. As for BG Kumbi, he would show that he had criticisms of Antifa through his satire.
As you all know, ever since Trump got elected president, it's been my goal to personally take him down. And the first step to achieving that was to join Antifa. We smash fash. I already punched my first Nazi today too. I was just at the hospital and there was this bald guy, a skinhead, lurking around the cancer ward. I sucker punched him and then I ran away as fast as I could before he could retaliate. And now, I'm a friggin' hero.
Kumbi clearly thinks that Antifa goes too far in labeling people racist, based on this video. Kumbi would still play the juvenile character that he always does, but in this case he attacks a big real-world problem. Kumbi would also take advantage of the ambiguity surrounding Antifa in order to deceive the more right-wing and older people into thinking that he was actually a member. This would come more into play later, but at the time of him dropping this video, he would get comments like,
"You are a silly little boy. Dude, you are white! OMG, the cringe! How can one person hold that much stupidity? You are a complete dumbass. Go Donald Trump!" Here is a small pea-brained idea. So this idiot will just take away the freedom of speech if you think. I tell you what, BG, I will just drop you off in Saudi Arabia. They don't use rubber bullets. They use real bullets. Just a child, nobody that refers to movies for inspiration. The wall will be built, you'll be on a street corner being a nobody today, tomorrow, and the next year. Just a child. I just bought a MAGA hat and t-shirt just to irritate you. If you lived in China, you would never be able to use trains or buses. They work on a point system. You don't get points here or in China, just a child, Lamau. I want a horse Moomy. Mom says no. You are accomplishing nothing. Libtard. This is why the Second Amendment is needed. America. Soy boy alert!
White boy! Hey yo, we got a white boy!
Every single person who comments that this stupid ass with no life is inspiring is a sad and miserable. This kid literally has no life, is boring, is definitely not inspiring, is lonely, and definitely needs a new hobby. Find something that inspires you to do better, to be positive, to smile, to laugh. This kid is a joke. What the frick is wrong with you? I hope you get arrested and thrown in prison. You are completely idiotic. People who take this seriously are even more idiotic. I just had a stroke reading this.
a lot of people that misunderstand what Antifa is and can't pick out an actual member versus a faker are typically pretty conservative and watch Fox News on TV. For the Zoomers in the audience, Fox News is a moderate right-wing news channel, and the video would also target them inadvertently. This video is just a fun little satire of Antifa and the people who don't really understand it. It wouldn't really go too much past the BG Kumbi YouTube channel. Kumbi seems to be more right-wing internally in this video once you peel back the layers of irony. Or at least anti-Antifa. But in the next Antifa video, his motives would become even more diluted. A letter was posted by anonymous anarchists onto the website itsgoingdown.org, which is a site that frequently posts radical left viewpoints, as well as the stuff I mentioned earlier. The letter was a call to action for liberals and progressives to reject their more moderate opinions and fight alongside the comrades of anarchism and communism. What the writer of this article probably didn't expect was for some guy to claim that he wrote the letter and appear ironically defending it on Fox News.
Angry anti-Trump protesters demanding, quote, the Trump-Pence regime must go. Recently, in an open letter published on the anarchist website called It's Going Down, an Antifa member calls for Americans to get violent in order to oust President Trump. The author writes, it is time for liberals and progressives to lose their illusions about the anarchist movement and our tactics because, quite frankly, you have no one else willing to fight for you. Kevin, who doesn't want to give his last name, represents the Antifa branch of Boston, claims he wrote that letter. He joins me now via...
Apparently Fox News' vetting process is really lackluster, to the point where they would let pretty much anyone on the channel. BG Kumbi would dress up as the stereotypical Antifa member, complete with a framed picture of Karl Marx, and lotion that you can't see because the Fox News editor made the video a square. He dressed up in the usual Antifa attire and was able to fool Jesse Waters into thinking that he was the real thing.
Let me ask you something quickly, because you told this to our producer. You said, if violence is what it takes to bring about our goals, so be it. What do you mean by that?
Okay, you're kind of taking my words out of context there.
Well, what did you say?
Just a second now, you claimed that I'm promoting violence. We only want violence and self-defense from aggression by these racists and xenophobes. They're racist,
Klan
fascist,
members have been attacking you guys?
right-wing Trump supporters. Klan members fall under that category.
What about
Made
when
up by
an Antifa
right-wing
member
infiltrators.
stabbed a police horse in the neck with a knife? Was the horse a racist Trump supporter?
Yes, so the horse...
I didn't know horses could vote.
You see, the horse is a tool of the police, and the police, under the Trump administration, have been increasingly intolerant, militarized, racist, and xenophobic. You see it all the time. There have been so many cases of unarmed black men and women, our fellow POCs, that have been attacked, shot, and killed by these racist policemen.
Jesse's just kind of going for gotchas the whole time. He doesn't really realize that he's being actively messed with. BG Kumbi is making fun of two main things here. One is the members of Antifa, obviously, and the other is Fox News and the people that watch it, and their gullibility. The typical Fox News viewer doesn't know a thing about Antifa, their members, or their values, and a lot of them actually thought that Kumbi was serious. Paul Joseph Watson, who is a pretty well-respected public figure by many, 1 million followers on Twitter, got fooled by Kumbi, and he made a tweet about it. What about when an Antifa member stabbed a police horse? Was the horse a racist Trump supporter? Antifa member, yes. I'm actually surprised he didn't get the joke. He seems pretty internet savvy. One follower of Paul Joseph Watson, Eric Trump, sought to retweet what Paul said and added his own commentary. That's right, Kumbi was able to fool the son of the President of the United States. Eric Trump got trolled by BG Kumbi. How? Truly incredible. Yes. This is what we're dealing with. Rumors circulated around that President Trump was actually watching Fox News when this happened, and given his track record, he probably wouldn't have picked up on the satire. Anyone his age probably wouldn't, to be honest. That's right, the president may have been trolled by BG Kumbi. How many people have trolled the president? So, after all that went down, Kumbi took his victory. He appeared more malicious with the intent in the next video, which would be called The Truth. How I owned Fox News and CNN in the same day. The owning of Fox News would be unironic, and the owning of CNN would be in Kumbi's head. CNN reached out to Kumbi knowing that he wasn't serious, and wanted his 2 cents. I guess they're fine with people trolling if it's not towards them. The trolling of Fox News would be completely at their expense, but Kumbi's character and the audience had two different outlooks on the situation. Kumbi's character would ironically say that he blew out Jesse Waters in a debate, and the audience knows that he's just joking when he says that. Kumbi would release this video a few days after the Fox News interview, and he would alarm a few people along with it. In this video, he played as the villain, someone who just wanted chaos. It was a kind of weird upload from him.
Well, well, well. Looks like the shoe is on the other foot now. First of all, greetings, comrades. I'm Comrade Kumbi. You must be quite confused right about now, but I'm going to clear everything up here shortly. And to all those bloggers out there who think they have any clue about me, get a grip. On one side you have Eric Drumpf talking straight up crap about me on Twitter. The whole Drumpf family and all of Fox News breathing down my neck. And then on the other side, you have all these alt-right fascist bloggers thinking that they have me figured out, telling people I'm some kind of troll, or Mike Cernovich calling me a performance artist. You know what, Mike? You're dang right that I'm a troll. I troll dumb fascists like you every single day, Mike. You think it's not easy to troll Drumpf's supporters? They already vote against their own interests. I mean, they'll fall for anything. I said it once, and I'll say it again, and I'll say it many more times. We smash fash. But now, worst of all is...
Kumbi doesn't have a side. And while his character in his videos said that he was just in it for the flames, Kumbi likely just likes messing with everybody. Kumbi was living it up. He was one of the most relevant trolls of the time, his platform was growing, and his comedy wasn't going anywhere anytime soon. Life was good for Kumbi. For about 9 months.
So I'm just sitting in my house one day, you know, chilling out, everything's cool. My YouTube channel is blowing up after the Fox News prank. I'm a huge internet star. When all of a sudden, my door gets knocked down with a battering ram, and I got a dozen federals surrounding me, telling me they're going to blow me away like lint if I make one false move. It was honestly really scary. You ever see someone get swatted? That's exactly what happened to me, only about 100 times worse.
Kumbi's schools would be notified of his shenanigans, and they would end up kicking him out of his classes and the university. And this would be the latest major trolling event pertaining to Kumbi. BG Kumbi would sacrifice part of his livelihood for comedy. Over the course of 6 years, from 2012 to 2018, Kumbi kept making videos of him just messing with people. Nowadays, Kumbi uploads videos of himself in the same character as always, albeit a bit matured. And they've recently been taking a darker direction, with his commentary of his life, the world, and the average person's situation in the current day.
I just want to start off apologizing to all my black pill brothers out there. I'm sure some of you have heard the rumors by now. Turns out I was a genetically superior male all along, and now I have a girlfriend to show for it.
Kumbi may be slowing down as far as major trolling events, and he may have most of his widespread work from 2 years in the past, but he still manages to be entertaining.
Ninja is a legitimate, closeted homosexual, and you know I don't say that stuff lightly. Just like, I don't even know, Clockwork Orange style. Throw Judy Hopps up on the brainwashing machine while Ninja's strapped to the chair, and I don't know, milk 'em with a freaking dustbuster or something. Oh, you don't like Judy Hopps? Why'd you just impregnate my vacuum cleaner then? Man, that'd be so freaking metal if I did that to Ninja, though. Imagine if the rumor mill caught wind of it, you know? I'd probably be arrested, but it'd be completely worth it to make the rounds in the weekly rumor mill drama and become famous online.
With all of this being said, no doubt BG Kumbi hasn't gotten his last troll in. BG Kumbi doesn't seem satisfied with just going along with his YouTube channel. Kumbi will most likely hit another peak in his career. He claims that his whole channel is just one gradual story leading up to his final video.
My YouTube channel, it's a literary epic. It's 100 years in the making. It's all leading to one final punchline that I have planned for my final video when I'm elderly. It's gonna be really funny. It's gonna be a heckin' yummy Kinorino.
It's really likely that Kumbi will never break, and he'll keep trolling no matter what happens. But one thing's for sure, and that is, if you don't think BG Kumbi is funny, if you think he's just some 4chan loser, if he's an alt-righter to you, you can't deny, BG Kumbi is a based god.
So anyway, yeah, that's the video for today / tonight. Whatever. Bye, everyone.